ready for that
I did not finish that one. This is Ember and BTL Talk. Big Brother Canada Season 10, Episodes 5 and 6. We're doing a double whammy. Double whammy. 5 was Eviction, and 6 was HOH. Ember?
All right, so Jay left.
Jay's gone.
Not to anybody's surprise.
Yeah, I don't think we were surprised by that one.
No, but I was surprised that Herman, he decided to vote Betty out. And then so did Kyle.
Stirring the pot. Yes, the pot stirrers. Yes, that's right. But Jay didn't put up enough of... he didn't deliver on the drama.
He didn't. No. I think he was trying to be at peace with the situation.
Maybe not. But I feel like he didn't really campaign to stay. And so he left on his hands, which was impressive. Handstand.
Maybe he knew it was a lost cause.
Maybe a part of him did. Yeah, that's true.
Kyle made it seem like Jess was the one who made the rogue vote. Kind of framed her. Yeah,
he implied it by outing himself right away. Because I think he was thinking like, okay, I'm just going to be the rogue vote. I won't say anything. Everyone will think it's Jess because she did it last time, which somehow got out. Probably Jess spilled it to someone.
Which was a bad game move to even say that you were the rogue vote. Like, that was not a good move.
Yeah. So now everyone would assume it's Jess, but since there were two, he came out, and I think his only good move for the week, he said, "Hey guys, I was one of the votes. I want to give her a pity vote."
Mm-hmm. So then it looks like there's one rogue vote, and obviously people would think that it's Jess, and the way that she was so defensive about it made her look even more guilty about being the rogue vote.
Yeah, she was going around to like everyone and saying it's not me, which makes it seem like you.
Yeah, not a good move. I feel like people would have forgotten it. I don't think they were dwelling on that, but the fact that she kept bringing it up was like, okay, girl.
Yeah, and Herman has safely sort of deflected any notion it could be him.
He did such a good job. I mean, I know that they don't show us everything, but on like from a viewer's end, he like disappeared, and really that's what you want in the beginning.
He stayed out of the narrative.
Exactly. So stay out of the narrative like those first weeks, because he won HOH, and that was like, oh no, you're like the first one to win HOH. But he did a really good job at just keeping and laying low.
He did.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah. At this point, I think if Jess were to win HOH, Herman would not be their first target to think about, just because so much Jess is trying to work their way in. So putting Herman up when he's part of an alliance, a bigger alliance, would not behoove her. So
it depends. I feel like she might hold on to some grudges. She seems like, I bet she's a Scorpio. She just seems like she holds on to grudges.
So you have Jess, Betty, and Josh, seemingly sort of a trio working together a little bit.
Josh?
Josh was Jay's buddy who didn't support him and voted him out. But yeah, it seems like they're sort of working together, because he went into the room. He's like, I almost had it, guys. So that's sort of an interesting thing, the three of them. And then you have Jess working with Kevin, potentially. So when she makes a pitch like, I'm on an island to, the HOH, like, is she on an island, though? She seems to sort of be working her way into a couple groups.
Why didn't they think that Josh was the rogue vote?
I don't know. I mean, they're not really showing him much of game. That room where it was the three of them, Jess, Josh, and Betty, that was the first I can recall of him doing any sort of game.
Yeah. So the HOH winner is Kyle.
Yes.
And he's working with a lot of people.
He is. He's sort of like the Tyler of Canada. Although I will say, as it was unfolding, he's not pulling the Tyler as gracefully as Tyler?
He is working with too many people, in my opinion. He makes it look like, okay, these are my alliances, but he has multiple alliances. Some of these alliances also overlap with other alliances, and I don't know how they keep it straight, because I feel like I would be like, wait, are you in Sitting Pretty, or are you in the Seven?
Yeah, well, sometimes they don't keep it straight, and someone will come in a room with someone else.
That's true.
And start talking game about one alliance, and there's someone else in there that's not in that alliance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Kyle wins HOH, and then he has Kevin be his Wendy.
Yeah.
His Wendy person to receive Wendy's.
And then he just sort of spills the beans.
He spills the freaking beans. He starts talking about the Seven. Or no, he talks about Sitting Pretty.
The retreat.
Oh, the retreat. And then they're Sitting Pretty, yes. So he's talking about the retreat. He tells him everything for God. I don't understand.
He was gloating. You
think he was bragging about it?
Yeah, he's massaging his ego. Because Kevin's supposedly playing the narrative like, I don't know what I'm doing. What's going on here? What is Brother Big? What is this show? And then so Kyle's like explaining to him an alliance and like filling him in. And that's like massaging his ego. And Kevin's like taking it like, what? Really? You did that?
That makes sense, actually. Yeah, I did not think of it that way, but I think I think you're right.
Yeah. So and then Kevin's like, oh wow, gee willikers, I'm gonna use this later.
Gee willikers.
But is he gonna use it later? Because I know we're still early on, but if we get to the halfway point and he doesn't change face, then all of this like double face hiding in the background is for nothing. Mm-hmm. So he has ammunition, I guess, although I think it's going to come out about that alliance anyway. So yeah, because Kyle is just sort of blowing up all his alliances.
Yes. So first he starts off with telling Steph that she's going to be on the block. Then he throws Moose under the...
He does. He throws Moose under the bus. After they were like, hey, like, you're good, man. Like, and I legitimately thought that was the case. And I think at the time they meant that. They meant they were buddy-buddy.
Oh, yeah. But...
in that moment, yeah.
I feel like Kyle turned on Moose so quickly. I got whiplash. I'm like, wait, what? And... okay, so he puts... Steph on the block, right? Steph. I don't know why you want to call her Soph. Okay, Steph. So he puts Steph on the block, and then he talks about to the Savage Seven, that he wants to put Moose up. So that's two alliance people that you're putting up on the block, while there's other people that are in the house that are not in your alliance.
Yeah.
So it's basically just like letting his alliance know, like, he's not a trustworthy person. It just is not a good game move.
Yeah, it seemed when first off, Kyle threw Moose under the bus, and I thought that was going to sort of blow up in his face, and it almost did, but Moose was very graceful in that confrontation in the HOH room, to the point that it seemed to me that Moose was defending Kyle and their alliance, not, just that he couldn't be trusted playing the middle ground. You called him out. Of course he's going to try to save his ass. Mm-hmm. And as soon as Stephanie sort of blew up and went towards the door, you can immediately see the regret in Kyle's face. Like, shit, what did I just do? Why did I throw him under the bus? Like, Kyle was in a tough spot, and he didn't know how to handle it, and so he spilled some beans. And Moose was able to pick up those beans, and now Kyle's punishing Moose for being a good alliance member. So...
yeah, there's no loyalty, and I think when you're playing this game, you have to at least make people believe that you're a loyal person. And I think this HOH, it's also rubbing people the wrong way. Yeah. Herman and Gino were talking about him, like, kind of being a big-headed HOH person. Yeah. And so he's rubbing his alliance people the wrong way. He should have played it safe, And he should have put people that are not in his alliance.
Exactly. He said he wanted to make big moves. This is not the only big moves he's making is to himself.
Yes.
He's blowing up his own game. He did not respect his alliances. You're gonna have to take shot internally, but you save that for when the only thing left is your alliance. He had himself in a good spot, but I think his ego and the gloating fed this just implosion of his game.
Yeah.
And now, like, Herman saw the writing on the wall when he was in the phone room with Gino, and that phone has stayed silent for a good minute. But, like, he saw the writing on the wall with Gino and Summer, and Herman's like, yo, even though, like, this is all about to blow up, we got to stick together even when it does. Like, Herman's trying to save Grace.
Which is a good game move.
Yeah, Herman, I'm liking Herman's game.
Yeah, same.
So when he's in a position of power again, I'm curious to see how he's gonna handle it, because I do believe it's only a matter of time till he's HOH again, because he's a good player. So we'll have to see how the veto plays out. Who do you think's gonna win veto?
Well, I don't know who else is playing veto, but out of Moose and Steph, I don't know. I feel like they're both kind of on the same level with, like, any physical comp.
Maybe.
Steph feels like she probably would be better at a mental comp.
I don't know, but Stephanie has shown herself, like, very close to winning multiple
that's true.
comps.
Yeah.
So I think she might have an upper hand. I think she might pull through and win the veto.
And I kind of hope she does. Honestly, I don't like the fact that the men have only been the HOH, and, like, you know, I don't want the women to be out of the house, and I don't want the whole, like, Pretty Boy Alliance situation to happen again. As a lady, I would not like that to happen. But I will say, though, if I was Kyle, my HOH picks would have been Kevin and Jess.
Yeah, but
Those were the clear, or Betty. Even if he is friends with Kevin.
Betty was even surprised she wasn't put up.
Betty would have... So Betty's expecting it. Betty was on the block last week.
Yeah.
Everybody already was, like, on the fence. She's kind of a negative Nancy. She should have been on the block. And the fact that he didn't put her on the block, but he put other people who were in his alliance... It just
Bad move.
It just bad gameplay.
Yeah.
He needs. I feel like I just lost all gameplay respect for him.
Oh yeah, for sure. He should have put. You're absolutely right, Betty, and maybe even Jess, because those people weren't one of the 20 he's working with. That would have been an easy pick for him. And then only scratching his head if there was a replacement nom.
But something that you said earlier makes sense, is that Jess stroked his ego when it came to, like, universe and, like, I saw, like, a big man, like,
with broad shoulders.
Yeah, and that was the ego boost. So maybe that's the way that Kyle plays the game, is that he needs that. And Jess makes him feel better about himself. Kevin makes him feel better about himself. I think you're on to it.
But is that so? I guess because I dismissed that as, like, oh, that's a stupid conversation. But maybe you're right, where, you know, Kyle just soaked that shit in. Because if someone came up to me like, the universe said when I would get here there'd be a big man with broad shoulders, I'd be like, bitch, have you seen my shoulders? These are not broad.
You have great shoulders.
I would have rolled my eyes and be like, that's weird. The universe said someone would try to take advantage of me, and I would put them on the block. See you then. That was
the weirdest thing to say, but it was the right thing, I guess, because that worked for him. So he's gonna get in his head is gonna get in his own way of the game, and I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen, because what I'm hoping is that his alliances are like, no, Kyle needs to go, and they got the numbers and everything. Like, I want to see Kyle go.
He just blew up 2 of his alliances because Stephanie wasn't in the 7.
That's what I mean. 2 different alliances.
So he's not in any alliances at this point. Let's be honest. He's the one on the island.
Imagine being in an alliance with somebody, and then they put somebody up while there's other people. Like, you guys, it's like classic Big Brother alliance. Like, you don't go after each other until, like, you have to go
after each other.
And he did it beforehand like a freaking fool.
Yeah. So we'll see what unfolds for Vito.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll take it from there.